But to OKC's credit, defensively they were phenomenal. The role guys showed up. They took care of business. It was their first appearance in the finals, going to a game 7, and really just riding that storm. And especially after the first 5 minutes when Hali went down, it kind of just deflated the energy on both sides, right?
It was hard.
And then at halftime they were down and they rallied in the second half and really put their foot on their neck. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to OKC. They are the rightful champions. There's no asterisk on that. Enough of that talk. I really dislike an asterisk.
People put an asterisk on it?
Bro,
Yeah,
you see what I was talking about the other day?
Because Haliburton got hurt. They're like, did this ring really count? I'm like,
but even before Hali's injury, right? They're still going to use it as a number 1 seed, a 68-win team versus the 4 seed Indiana Pacers, a team that a lot of people felt should not have belonged there in the first place.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then they post the pictures of all the different players in the Western Conference. It was an Ant-Man injury, it was a Ja Morant injury.
Ant-Man injury. I know they're not using that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, at the end of the day, bro, injuries is a part of the game, man. Like
it's part of the game.
You got to play who's in front of you and try to beat who's in front of you. Come on, man.
Yeah, because if they would have lost to Indiana, it would have been a disaster. So, let's stop this.
I feel like when people say that, they be like, "Oh, what you want us to be like? All right, let's lose and then let's try next year when everybody's up." What you mean?
Right.
And
that's the game about basketball, right? That's the thing about basketball. You want to create an advantage any way you can, can. Whether it's a mismatch, whether it's a defensive mismatch, offensive mismatch, you're trying to create an advantage at the end of the day. So unfortunately that you have X player get hurt on the other team, we gotta go. We got a game to win.
And Hali knew the risk. He said it himself. He knew the risk of going out there. So
I don't blame him. I don't blame him for go out there and play. Like, bro, like if he's able to walk in his game 7, like
you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And they still had a chance to win. They still had a chance to win the game.
He came out. I don't want to say it because what's going on overseas and everything, but he was going out there. He was wilding. Hali was wilding.
But it's very reminiscent of the KD thing. When KD came back against the Raptors,
they were down 3-1.
He hit 5. His first 5 shots were threes.
Three threes in a row.
In a row, and it was like, oh yeah, the Warriors they're about to run the table, and then he made that one that's the same.
Stop feeling himself. He was feeling, oh yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, he's like, I'm good. He's cooking Kawhi, and then boom, this Hali the same thing. He coming out, he cooking, and then boom, sudden movement. Like the adrenaline takes over, and then you push yourself further than what your body can take, and then that's how that Achilles pops.
It was just so heartbreaking, man, because I was at an event the day that happened. We all locked in watching it on our phones. And I'm like, haha, yeah, that's mad funny. I look at my screen, I see Hali on the ground like this. I'm like, bro, what happened? I go on Twitter, everybody talking about no. Like we talk about it in the chat, we like no. And I'm just like, yo, bro, like it can't happen this way. Like the finals, and even though everybody was talking a lot of shit in the beginning, this is gonna be the worst finals ever and stuff like that, right? We said, yo, it's 2 young teams playing against each other with the stakes is high. It is what it is, right? What happened game 1? Hali hit a game winner.
Exactly.
Hali hit a game winner. Remember, we all said that. We all said Thunder was gonna wrap it up in 6. I think one of us said 5, but nobody had this going in the game. Nobody had it.
Yeah, you said sweep. I said 5.
Right.
That's how we give him 1 game.
And the point that I'm trying to make, nobody had this going to a game 7. There was people on Twitter saying that, yo, a crazy ending to the watch Hali hit a game winner at the end of the finals. People were saying that. Watch that happen because he did it all playoff series long.
That would have been magical.
That would have been, oh my God.